Alrighty, what's up guys? Here we go. We got a 1v1 here between me, spawning in the top right corner, is the red zerg, and here we have Ryder representing ITSynd as the blue terren, spawning in the bottom left corner. This will be a silver ranked 1v1. We'll speed it up just a bit. So, if we can look here, there we go, there's the names. And in this game, I go for a roach, a fast roach, which I found on the Wikipedia. So there we go, I go for the double extractor trick there to get 2 extra drones out. I send one of my drones to scout out to see what exactly he's going. See whether he's going to completely close off, whether he's going to go gas first, double gas, or what he's going to go. He sends one of his SCVs out to scout me. I send one of my drones. I go check down here because this is a 4-person free-for-all map. So there are different spots to spawn in. So I go check there, not there. So then I go down to the south position, check there next. There goes my spawning pool going up. I have another overlord going up here. Slow it down a bit. We get the extractor going up. I go in here, checking this out. I see, okay, he's got a barracks at the top. It's obviously probably making a marines, making something. 1 supply depot. He didn't close off completely. Went for another barracks, so he's going to go for a faster barracks play here. That way he can beat me. Here we go. Now he goes to close off. He's got 1 marine out. He brings up the SCV, sees that I do have 1 gas collecting right now and 1 spawning pool. He did leave before he saw the roach warren though. So if we see here, okay, here we go. As I can see, I can't see that. So you know, I don't know if he's closed off yet. I figure he's closed off, but for him, he hasn't seen the roach warren. He hasn't even seen the gas. All he's seen is spawning pool, hatchery, and the drones working. So he has yet to see the extractor or the roach warren at this point. He puts the marine out a bit for just to let him know if something's coming. He's going to go for the factory now. And we see here injecting larvae here. And I got the first group of roaches on their way out. This will really pretty much be, once I can get all these roaches out, it's pretty much going to be over. I messed up here a bit with the overlord timing. The overlord was a bit too late, but it'd be alright. I do pump out 6 roaches, and the 7th one is almost finished. I go for my 2nd extractor. I'll be going for the expansion here in just a bit. I go for I go for 3 more drones, which is very normal, and some more roaches. Just to get that going, I'll take 3 drones there, stick them right on the thing. That SCV is going to spot these roaches here on the move, so at that point, he's going to lock up the base. That poor marine's outside, but he is going to lock up the base, throw down the thing, and start pumping out more and more marines, and eventually I think he might switch to marauders. I believe he does. It'd be a smart thing to do. No, it looks like he's just going to pump out a lot of marines. He's going to go for hellions now to put a bit more damage there. He does obviously now know that these roaches are here, and now I'm going to just ignore that marine fire. It is going to kill off one of my roaches here, but 2 of my roaches actually, but not before I do take down that supply depot and break my way in. I do pull back those roaches, losing a bit too many than I would have liked, but that's alright. I do have enough, and they do keep coming. Right now, I'm kind of just focusing on my micro right now. I'm just kind of going off of 1 base right now. I have 11 people on the 11 drones on the mineral line, 2 extractors going, so I have plenty of resources going here. And I got more roaches on the way. I will go for the layer tech soon. That way I can get that roach speed up. He is now going to send these SCVs up here. I believe he is going to try and put some bunkers up here just to hold me off a bit. He does have these 2 hellions here taking the front, forming a bit of a wall here to try and prevent me from pushing in so easily. He's going to throw the starport up next, try and get air to stop me, but that's just not going to be enough. Those poor SCVs are not going to be able to handle it, and his army here is just not going to be able to handle these roaches. I'm going to focus down these Hellions, and really it's just going to be, the Marines are just going to get torn up once these Hellions go down. He is going to do a lot of damage, though, and be able to push my roaches back just a bit, but they are reinforced by a lot of more roaches. I will focus down, just let them do what they want to do, because their Marines are just not going to be enough to hold back these roaches here. He's going to start pulling out some medevacs to try and slow me down, but I do now have the expansion. The layer tech will be up soon. More roaches on the way, and now it's gonna just be an all-in here. I'm gonna go in here, boom. I'm gonna do a little bit of damage to the front, but I decide, you know what, no, let's just go straight for the mineral line. I don't have a lot of forces, but I have enough to try and do some economic damage if it's not enough. If I do fail at this, which might happen, very, very possible, I'll just take out as many of these SCVs as I can. That Hellion's just not going to be able to do enough, and the Marines just going to go down as they come out, just going out as they come out, and this is pretty much game over. I have another 5 drones on the way, have the expansion going, got the layer tech all up and going, and now at this point I have 12 roaches out on the field, and he has 0 Marines out on the field. And really, I think it has a lot to do with he didn't scout me at all, so he didn't know these roaches were coming at this point. He knew nothing about the roaches coming, and that's just my advantage. So, good thing to always make sure you do. Obviously, there's the GG. You know, that was that. And he just had nothing, nothing to be able to stop. And it really came down to he didn't scout. He had no idea that I had at all a gas. All he saw was a lot of drones here, the spawning pool, and a hatchery. That's all he saw the entire time. Me, I knew exactly what he had. I saw he had barracks. Another barracks over here, so he's obviously going to go for a marine medevac play here with maybe some marauders mixed in. Probably going to do drops to harass, and then probably at that point he was going to transition into this factory producing siege tanks, which would have then done siege tanks, marauders, marines, and pushed me for an all-in. At that point, very common for lower level, very common for all Terrans to do that marine marauder siege tank push, but just that his inability to scout me came at the end, and my just ability to outpower him with these roaches was what made the difference. See, if he would have probably pumped out a few marauders, he would have been able to hold it. I don't know if it would have won it, just because he wouldn't have known. As soon as I would have saw the marauders, I would have quickly gone to the layer tech, hit up probably the spire next, and gone for some mutas and roaches, and then rushed them with mutas and roaches. If I would have seen he had the tech, if I would have seen he would have the tech lab here, I would have then gone for probably mutas, roaches still, but then transitioned quickly into my hive tech, taking a 3rd and maybe even a 4th at that point, just to really hit the economy up. And then gone for Vipers later to be able to deal with those siege tanks. But as I said, just not going to be a problem against him with only Marines. These roaches just going to tear him up. So this was War Battle. Tune in next time for another 1v1 battle replay. See you later.